for another balcony chat. Today is the Tuesday then for me. We are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 days out. This time on Saturday, I will actually be like backstage, which is fucking mental. We have been spoken to Cal yesterday. Yesterday was like the last kind of low day. It wasn't that low. It's 250 carb, 250 carb, 300 protein, and 50 fat. We anticipated either today or tomorrow was going to be the first day of the load. Having woken up this morning, body weight's dropped quite a lot. So 99.4, which is 0.6 down. 0.7 down from yesterday, and yesterday was a rest day. It's back to the original plan, so I think we're going to add a further loading day in, just because last time we flattened out quite a lot on that third day. So 225 protein, 700 carb, 65 fat. Oh baby. So today I'm just going to take you through like the day of eating. I'll take you through a few clips on the pool session, and just sort of talk to you about how I'm feeling throughout the day as the day goes on. And then tomorrow we'll probably do a supermarket shop, because I've been wanting to do a film supermarket shop since we got here, because it's fucking ridiculous. So here we have the kitchen where the magic happens, or is going to happen today. And here we have today's check-in photos. So here we go. You can see the lower back is was very much in, if it will focus. I'm just about to see it there, it's not quite, there you go. So we're ready, essentially. Very much like this one as well, which is cool. And yeah, just took a few more in the kitchen, in that godly lighting over there. It's weird, isn't it? It's like Joe's not there, Joe's there. But yeah, we're ready to go. I think I can honestly say that I've never been this happy at this stage of a prep before. Like genuinely, like looking at these pics, like I don't feel I need to dig anymore. I don't feel I've got more to come off as such. Not for men's physique anyway, so that's a real nice feeling to have, actually. You know, I'm not sort of going into this load with any anxiety or apprehension over what's about to happen. I know it's what I need, so that's a cool feeling. Minimal steps will be done today, though I was just thinking I definitely will be going to like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts to get some kind of carbs. I always incorporate either donuts or muffins or cookies into my loads, and that will not change this time because I like them a lot. But the majority of the food will be, it's not going to be stuff that's going to upset me. I know it's going to go down fine. The majority of stuff is going to be like oats, cereals, not oats but cereals. So we've got grits here, cereals. I'll be using almond milk, so minimal dairy will be going in. Veg will be kept not to a minimum, but well, yeah, a minimum compared to what I have been eating. And then protein sources will be the vegan protein I've been having, and the chicken breast. So that's that really. The only thing I've really got to watch out for is sodium and potassium, so they're at 8 grams each, and water is at 8 litres. So I guess first things first, we'll get a little coffee in. Hey, I know I said I'd see you at meal 1, but I thought I would just reiterate that I think the best thing to do on days like this, and any days to be honest, I've been saying this to clients recently, it's a big thing that I've learned in this prep, is like planning my food out in advance of eating it. Particularly at the moment when I have to be on point, because I have to know that at the end of the day I've eaten 8 grams of sodium and 8 grams of potassium, which is kind of harder to come by than, you know, working out how much protein, carbs and fats that you need. But there's a big lesson to be learned, I think, because so many clients will get to the end of their days and they're like, oh, I underate on this day, or, you know, I forgot to track this. Whereas if you sit there at the start of the day, plan it all out, you can be as accurate as you need to be with your food, which is, if you've got goals, it's very accurate. You know, it saves you getting caught short at the end of the day, which is a classic off-season problem. You know, it gets to 9 PM and you're like, oh fuck, I've got 200 carbs to eat. Then it's like, do I cram that in and interrupt my sleep, or do I miss my macros and get good sleep? And that's never a question you want to be asking yourself. So that's the first thing. And then on the flip side, when you're dieting, obviously, you know, you're suddenly putting some things in your mouth and then you realise that's taking it over your calories. So there's massive benefits, I think, to planning it out. So I know you've heard me say before, I've been doing it during cardio in this prep, which has been a lifesaver, to be honest. But I think doing it before bed the night before is always good. And I think a lot of the problems with macro tracking, or if it fits your macros, comes from the decision fatigue that you get day to day. You're like, oh, what can I eat? I've got this, and this. But if you do it in advance, you remove all that. So that argument is kind of goes in the bin. So I'm planning my food out now. It's making me very, very pleased to put it in. But I'll take you through it when I've finished it, and then the next clip will be meal one. So there we go, M1, standard, it's the omelette. So I'll get into this now, obviously, and then the part 2 of meal 1 will come, and that will obviously contain some carbs. Okay, so part 2 of meal 1 is gonna be French toast. I actually went back on what I said I was gonna have, because I actually remembered a video I watched from Brandon Harding about his French toast. It looked unreal. So what we got here is basically 100 gram of egg whites, cinnamon, 3 grams of sugar in with the egg whites, and then 4 slices of this pretty low carb bread, to be honest. And then banana, strawberry, and PB Fit powder, which is this. If you've not heard of it, basically powdered peanuts with all the oil taken out. So it's like, it's just kind of carbs and protein, to be honest, with a little bit of fat. So I'm going to drizzle that on top, and as you can imagine, it's going to be sensational. So there we go. This will complete meal 1, which in totality will have 775 calories, 100 grams of carbs, 6.5 grams of fat, 66.6 protein. Fantastic. So that is obviously meal 1, part 1 and 2 in. I'm going to go for a little walk now because I need some things from the shop, and it will aid digestion slightly before the second meal goes in when I get back. So see you later, son. See you, mate. See you, bye. It's literally 4 minutes away, so steps will be kept to a minimum, and I won't be doing any heavy lugging. Louis needs some bread, and as I just said, I need some raisins and pineapple to go in my chicken meals. So it's another delightful day in Tampa, which, just for the record, I absolutely love it here. It's already overtaken Dubai as a place that I would like to spend a lot more time. So stay tuned for that one, because I've barely even seen any of it yet. The world famous Walmart. You will have to wait until Sunday, I'm afraid. Let's keep things smart here. So butter bread, basically like brioche bread, by the sounds of things, similar to what I had earlier, that honey wheat stuff. Still very low fat, which is cool, like 1.5 grams, which is ideal. Basically, I think it's like brioche bread, so that's going to make some banging French toast. I got some Chips Ahoy cookies because I like to peak on cookies and muffins and donuts. So we've got the Dunkin' Donuts, and I may just have to see what I can do to get one of those cookies in. But again, really low fat, which is nice. I did abstain from any of the freshly baked goods, though they're looking particularly good. Some very nice looking muffins and cookies in that section. But just went for the Chips Ahoy Red Velvet because they're pretty low fat. They'll probably be quite disappointing anyway, but it's always good to try things. And yeah, pineapple and raisins confirmed, and then grits as well. Louis got instant grits at home, which are Quakers ones, but they have quite a high sodium count. I don't know if that's just a grits thing, but I think it's just the instant ones. So those ones were low sodium, which is much better for me at the moment. I feel like I've timed that walk very well. from wake this morning to then getting that food in, there was quite a lot of volume in the stomach from drinking. I think I'm about 3.5, 4 litres in, and then obviously that meal, which is fairly voluminous. So a well-timed walk, and now this meal will be pre-workout. Man United are playing at 1 PM, which I guess is like 6 PM at home. So meal 2 and the football, and then we're going to go train. Okay, so this meal is going to be, I think because of the time of day we got now, we're going to sit down and watch the football. But as I said, there'll be one more meal between now and training. So I'm going to have my first chicken and rice meal. Keeping seasonings when I get into peak week. I typically, or like when I'm properly peaking, I typically get very simple with seasoning chicken. So in the past I've just done like cinnamon, ginger. If you go for like actual ground spices rather than obviously like the sort of packet mixes that you've probably seen me use earlier in prep, it's just easily manageable. You know there's no sodium in ground ginger, so at least I don't believe there is, and if I am then please correct me if I'm wrong. So you know, I'm not sat here weighing out my ground ginger, weighing out my ground cinnamon, so just got a bit of lemon juice in there, a bit of pepper, ginger as I mentioned, lovely on chicken, if it comes out, which it is doing now. Ginger, garlic. Now this is garlic powder, make sure you get garlic powder, not garlic salt, because obviously has salt in it, and then ground cinnamon. So everything there, very simple, nice and easy. There is 1 gram of Himalayan pink salt in there, so obviously that is weighed out because I've got a little bit of sodium allowance. So this meal will be chicken, rice, which I need to get my rice cooker out for. Chicken, rice, a bit of lettuce, pineapple, raisins, and if I've got space I will have a little bit more of that mango salsa because it is muy bueno. There we go then, meal 2 part 1. I've got a bit of a mare with a rice cooker, so I've ended up with not very much rice. It's almost looking like one of my normal meals. But we got jasmine rice, 150 grams of broccoli because I need the potassium, shredded iceberg, pineapple, salsa, chicken, raisins. Alright, back in the lab. That was a good meal. Good meal. Could have been better. I would have liked more rice. But it means you have more carbs elsewhere. And this meal's not quite over yet. Now we're gonna go in with Dunkin' number 1. Hello. Here we go, boys. Yes. As you will well know, this is a gleeful moment. Hey, I've just realised we've got these lights on and those spotlights are not on. How's that happen then? Ah, you can just have them on. Just realised that. I'll stick them on. Here it is, sports fans. So I'm going with the Boston cream. The Boston cream. Oh wow. Oh wow. Frosted strawberry sprinkle.
Helping and supporting.
The vanilla cream, but that one's for later. That's post-workout. This is going to be pretty good though. I'm excited for this, as you can probably imagine. It's better than the Starbucks cream muffin, that's for sure. It's better than Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, I would agree.
No wonder they're so popular. We walked down, we went out for a little walk yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it must have been yesterday. No. Day before. We went for a walk 2 days ago. Just around the block, see what's what. The queue for Dunkin' Donuts, people in their cars, it went on forever. And I was like, you know, it must be really, really good. But having had a coffee from them today, and now having just sunk my teeth into that, I get it.
It all becomes fit, man.
Oh, I've got all the answers. Dunkin' Donuts, I salute you. What do you know? I'm back again. That donut, by the way, that's probably the favourite thing I've eaten on any refeed, any carb up, anything. It was fantastic, and that's a very nice feeling, because I remember, you might remember from the video back in Dubai when I grabbed I think it was a blueberry muffin, and I was really quite disappointed with it. So what's going on here is I've essentially realised that if I go and train now on what I've eaten, I'm going to be quite far behind when we get back, and it will just leave loads of food to get in, which, as much as I would absolutely love, it's not really that sensible, to be quite honest. So I'm just going to top up here. So what we've got is 1.5 cinnamon raisin muffins, not that type of muffin, like a breakfast muffin, scoop of vegan whey with 35 grams of banana, and then the kind of hydration drink that's helping me get sodium and potassium on point, and then a small Rice Krispie treats bar. So just topping those carbs up. The food in this meal equates to a grand total of, where are we at, boys? 507 calories, 77 carb, 7 fat, 27 protein. And I'm obviously going to be doing this. Okay, so it's training time. So I'll let you into a funny little story. I've actually vlogged a full push session the other day. And when I got home and went to transfer all the edit to Gigi for editing, I realised the microphone had been plugged in and wasn't working. And I've gone very dark. So, zero content. Absolutely nil pois. So we won't make that mistake again. I've just checked, and anything I've said today has been heard by the camera and picked up, so that's a relief, because that was frustrating. So I'll have to record that again. But one of the main things I wanted to show you about, one of the main points of that vlog, was how close we are to the gym. So as you can see, we just walked out of our Airbnb, and I'm now going to spin you around and show you an approximately 2:40 clip, sped up obviously because it'd be very boring otherwise, of how close we are to MI40, which is one of the best, most famous training facilities probably in the world.
A grape, sir?
Oh, yes please, sir.
That's it. Imaginary pass.
I was just joking with Louis, because when we got here the other day, I sat here and drank this Total War. I actually stood there and drank this Total War and spoke to you enthusiastically about how incredible it tastes, and then obviously I got home and realised that for 2 minutes I've been talking to no one, or talking in complete silence. But what I was saying was, in a roundabout way, this great breadcom monster is unbelievable. It's Bring the Noise, and I'm not talking about a supplement in particular, it's nothing groundbreaking, but the taste is groundbreaking. And to be honest, I was also saying to Louis, I actually think Total War is one of the best pre's on the market. I don't know what about it is, but it just hits. It just hits.
And it's available at supplementnews.com.
And it's available at supplementnews.com. Code Brightman10 for money off.
There it is.
Or SMB10, if you particularly want to use that one. But as you're watching my vlog, I'd hope you'd use mine. Here we go. You trying to get in, son?
Yeah.
Christ. Anyway, I won't take you through this session in any real detail, but it's pull session, bit of medial delts tagged on, bit of arms, probably four pulling movements, then arms, immediately delts. Purely instinctive session really. It's for enjoyment, it's to get some blood in the back and the delts, and it's to get out of it. And then go back and eat, because I've got hella food still to eat, even after that little tag-on meal. Come here, son. Fucking hell, boys. There we go.
Nice one.
We're in. Let's have a little chat, son. How you doing?
The man in the background.
How have you found the trip so far?
Oh, it's been a good trip, mate. Obviously, we're both on prep essentially. That was the.
I think it's a shout, mate.
I don't know. There's a bit of rock and roll in the background, and hopefully we'll get some downtime in, at least a meal out or something post show, or I may be sneaking off one night this week while he's in bed to go and get some food or something. But loving it, mate. Love Florida.
We're having a good time, aren't we? We're having a good fucking time. Living the dream, I think, is how I'd experience. I sort of frame this experience so far. It doesn't feel real. None of it feels real.
It doesn't feel like life, does it?
No, but it is. So let's get this full session in, and then we're gonna go and eat more food and be merry. Merry Christmas. So I don't know how that posing footage came out. I feel like the camera was really washing me out, but I'm very happy with the images. The light was very good in there today, so I may have to earmark this time for the next couple of days. We've got push tomorrow, so that was cool. Obviously, you kind of know the drill by now. We're not taking anything to failure. Very much just driving blood and obviously now carbs into the muscle. I think getting that last bit of food in prior to training was not the best idea, because I felt kind of full throughout. I now feel ready to kind of eat again, but it was either that or have just absolute tons to get in between now and bed, which also wouldn't be great. So prioritise that pre-workout window. Felt good by the end of the session, to be fair, and very happy with these pictures. So I'll send these over to Cal. I'm sure he'll be happy as well, but the lighting was very good. But we'll wrap this up, get back, a few more meals in, and then that'll be day one of the load done and dusted. A baby. Oi, oi. Back in the spot of the day. So what I have here is 3 cups of cereal. 35 grams, 36 grams and 38 grams. And then 20 grams of whey, because obviously protein's pretty low today, or lower than usual. And 250 ml of unsweetened almond coconut milk. So, pretty simple stuff. I have this. Next meal will be dinner, if you like. So chicken, rice, and all that again. I'm going to shift a bit of carbs from somewhere into that dinner meal, because I want more rice, rather than just loads of cereal all day. So I shall have more rice, because that's what I want to do. Because I'd like a substantial dinner. Nice dinner. Dinner and narcos. Sorry, the calories of this meal before I forget. So, post-workout meal, 97 carb, 6 grams of fat, 23 protein. Alright, so this is how it tends to go for a lot of the day. Louis eating and then laying down, because he's peak off season. And then me just in the kitchen, really spending a lot of time in there. And I'm about to go back there, because it's time for the next meal. We had an episode of Narcos, I paid 0 attention to it.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch it again.
Very much struggling just to pay attention to anything other than my fitness pal at the moment. Starting to feel quite tired, which I'm happy about. That's good. Probably ease off the melatonin tonight and just try and sleep naturally. But yeah, next meal's going in, so I'm having 100 grams of chicken, some vegetables, and gnocchi. And then dessert is the second donut of the day, which obviously I'm very excited for. And then the final meal will be grits, which is like prison food. It's very nice. We only managed to come up with 93 grams of cooked chicken there. I'd account it for 125, so got a bit of extra protein from the mozzarella coming in, which is excellent. There it is, sports fans. Final meal, 9:15. Grits, as promised. I actually had to lose the donut, unfortunately. The sodium and fat was meaning that I was going over, so I'm going to save that till tomorrow. So I've got two cups of grits in here, which is like 76 grams. 30 grams of raisins, 30 grams of blueberries, cinnamon, 50 grams of banana, and then various almond milks, some banana flavoured, some vanilla. That's probably my favourite thing I've found in America so far. The banana flavoured almond milk is unreal. And then just a little bit of cereal on top, just for the crunch really, to be fair. So there you go, the final meal of the day. Prison food. Food Up Blockers are on. Louis' final meal's going in. Oatmeal cream pies and whey. And tomorrow we hit push. See how we're looking. As TM Cycles would say, thank you and good night. Much love.